vaccinations. Phaahla says the Omicron variant has been reported in 70 countries. He was briefing media this morning. He says the recovery rate from the variant is still high.
We believe that it might not necessarily just be that Omicron is less virulent, but we believe that this coverage of immunization, of vaccination, but also in addition, natural immunity of people who have already had contact with the virus, is also adding to the protection. That's why we're seeing mild illness. We are very worried about the drastic decline in the uptake of vaccination, especially in the last 7 to 10 days. There was an uptick immediately after the announcement of the new variant, but the numbers have gone down quite drastically. On the average, over the last few days, we have been seeing daily vaccinations during midweek of between 100,000 and 130,000, which is far cry from the target which we need to reach 70%, which is over at least over 250,000 per day. So we are well over 100,000 short of the vaccine coverage for us to reach our population immunity and protect the nation. The COVID-19 virus is still very active, as we can see from the hospital admissions. The number of new infections just yesterday were again upwards of 26,000 new infections. So it's still very active, and we still have a long way to go before we can actually reduce its power. But it is within our reach to can reduce its power and also to can permanently defeat it and hopefully be back to normal life. The only major reliable weapon in going in this direction is if we can have more people coming forward to vaccinate. Over the next few days, many of us will be moving from places of work in the cities to our rural places and holiday destinations. We'll be celebrating Christmas and New Year with relatives and friends. We will be traveling for many hours in private cars, in taxis, in buses, trains, and aeroplanes. As we do so, we urge everyone to observe the known personal health and safety measures of wearing our masks properly, covering the nose and mouth whenever we are out of our homes, hand washing and sanitizing, physical or social distancing, and especially avoiding crowds, more so in enclosed settings, but above all, by making sure that we are fully vaccinated. A number of fixed vaccination sites will remain open in all provinces, and provinces also assured us that they will provide some pop-up sites again in the shopping malls and other congregated areas. We also call upon South Africans to celebrate this festive season with a lot of caution, especially with regard to alcohol consumption. Our health facilities are already under a lot of pressure with the COVID-19, as we indicated, a 70% rise in admissions, and we are least ready to handle large numbers of casualties from motor vehicle accidents and also interpersonal violence. Our healthcare workers are physically and emotionally exhausted, so we really plead on all of us to think of them as we celebrate this festive season. Again, let me, on behalf of the people of our country, express our gratitude to all our health workers who continue to sacrifice their own lives and those of their families, and also risking their lives while caring for all of us. Let us honor and protect them by, again, by making sure that we celebrate the festive season responsibly by vaccinating. The health department will advise the SABC in the next few days as to whether we should review the restrictions, as we announced just yesterday that the last SABC has decided to remain at where we are, but we have been tasked as a health department to continue to monitor the situation and report back in the coming week. If we all do our part, we can still enjoy a good festive season. It is in our hands, and there's an opportunity for us to make sure that we can have an enjoyable but very safe festive season. Above all precautions, as I've mentioned, we should get our jab before we go on jolling. So jab before you joll and jab before you jive. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year, But as we go towards that in the next few days, we still have this obstacle to overcome the fourth wave. And we believe that working together, we can be able to go through this safely and enjoy our festive season. Thank you very much.
2 men are expected to appear in the Richmond Magistrates Court this morning after a